Gabriel, he barely made it. I let him in. Welcome to our 9th session. And I'm still nourished by the space last week with Anna, and it was fermenting inside of me that it is so necessary to have really good questions, and that you as a space holder get clear about having like the backpack full of different kind of questions which would lead in different territories. And this is where we're gonna go mainly in this research today. But before we start, as usual, we have logistics. And I wanna ask about, we are opening the logistics space, EHP, stick handing over time is now. Who wants to pass the stick on?
I can pass my Sunday space holding if somebody wants.
Carol, do you want to make a do-over? And
who wants to hold space?
Yeah, super. Make it a bit
Please,
juicy that really someone steps up.
Yes.
Okay.
Beautiful Sunday morning.
It's not landing. Another do-over. I did not hear the whole thing.
Okay, so I have experienced that one of the best things that you can do on Sunday is to hold space for an EHP dojo. This is the end of the week, and you can end your week with transformation and creating a space for transformation for others. So who have tried this, holding space for EHP dojo on Sunday morning? Please raise your hand.
I tried already.
Okay, Christine. Oh, you haven't tried this yet?
Not enough.
Oh. So who want to do this?
I will.
Okay.
Cool. You will send the, yes.
Yes.
Great. You will send the time in the chat.
Yeah.
Super. So this was Sunday. Is there something happening during the week, like as weekly on Friday morning at 9:30 to 11:30? I guess it was, Nicole. And is something else happening in the evening?
Yes, who wants to hold space next Tuesday evening, 7 p.m.?
Yes, I will.
Okay, thank you, Gabriel.
Cool. Great. Also put this into the chat. Amazing. Super. So another question which came up was the last session. I don't want to spend too much time with this. That's why I already put a poll into our chat. I really want that almost every one of you is attending the last session, because it's also it's a wrapping up, but it's also like a doorway into the next phase. And so Wojciech, Karol, Eva, you said you are on the way to a lab, right? To an expand the box. How much percentage is it possible that you would attend, or would a time switch or a day switch would support? Because I want you three very active parts of this group definitely joining.
I will speak about myself. So for me, it really depends on the network, because I'm going to the outdoor lab and I don't know what's the network there. So I am able to arrive there earlier to be in this session, but I will connect from my phone. So this is like, I really don't know. But what worked for me definitely is to do that in the morning, like the session in the morning on Wednesday or Monday or Tuesday.
Okay, morning would not work for Mexico.
Mm.
Selena and Monica would be out there.
Mm.
Okay. And Wojciech, you are also going to the same as Carol. Carol, you're going to the same one, right?
Yes.
Yes. And like with me, like I'm 1 day before lab in Portugal, so I probably will be already on a space. It depends on the internet in this space.
Is it Mafra where you're going, or is it a totally different space?
It's
I don't know.
Abrantes.
Abrantes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, would it be possible if you can check with someone who was there already, or like the space holders, how the internet is there?
Yes,
Okay.
it's possible.
And Carol, you're also arriving a day before or same
I
day?
don't know. I don't know yet because I haven't bought tickets yet, and that's why I don't have it. But I will check all this today, and probably will write you today after the meeting. Okay.
Perfect. That's super. Okay. And Wojciech, as he's already arriving a day before, maybe give you some hints about possibilities arriving one day earlier. That would be amazing. Yeah. Okay, cool. Because at the Gen conference, there will be probably 800 people. And I don't know where to find really a stable internet, and that 1.5 hours are, I'm not dropping out and off and in, and it would be not a good closure. Or as I say, it's more a doorway. It's a transition doorway into the next phase, and therefore I want to ensure that. Okay, good. So I will decide finally on Friday, once I have your information, Carol, and also, Eva. I would go with the risk, actually, because you're in Poland, right?
It will be in Germany, but I think I can
German.
also ask Patricia, the space holder, because probably she knows. Because
Okay, super. Please do that, and also you can send me directly in a private conversation. Great. So as you see, Nicole is not on the screen. From time to time, her son had a broken leg, so she asked me if it's okay if she drops in and out like that. It might be that there are some things necessary to do with a son. Okay.
Okay, and I need to drop and connect again because I switched to the car. It is okay?
Yes, I will let you in.
Yeah, thank you.
Super. Anything else logistics from your side? Okay. Good, then we are moving on to the legend space. Is there anything what you want to share? What was the legend? I already read some in the chat, and I invite you to also bring it verbally into the space. And a legend is also when we are failing. There is so much learning in failing forward. So if you think, oh, it always needs to be like this, yes, celebration, it was so cool. No, a legend can also be a failing forward legend. Or anything else what you want to share, which is related to the possibility coaching training. in the last week? What did it do with you? Also the session with Anna, maybe something stick with you. The space is open.
For me, is continuous of my journey of experience of the energetical body, and in that particular call, Anna brings some exercise about the energetical, and I realize how important the information of the hooked when it comes about the information in the energetical body. So yeah, this week I'm aware of that. So I notice my movements, they are different. Instead of going to the old patterns, I notice and I experiment different things. And one of the things it was when someone told me something, I tried to hide and disconnect for that person, and I realized that I was like pulling my energy not to connect to the other, and notice my voice too. So I'm realizing that, and I want to experiment different approach and different voices. Yeah.
And voices in the way of what? Okay, would you be more specific?
Yeah, voices in the way of speaking, the tone, the tonality, use of anger to express. Yeah.
Do you want to ask for coaching or an experiment the team also while you were speaking now, because I also read it that you're doing this experiment, and how you land the value in the space is very monotone.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So what about doing a cool experiment? And do you want to sing whatever you want to share? Like do a do-over, but you're singing, like not like an aria, but like sing it out. Are you in for this little tiny experiment?
Yes, I feel fear.
Great, Alexandra.
Yes, because I'm not in my car and I'm in my office. Yeah. And I feel anger because inside of me is there so many emotions and triggers to and different tones, and I'm angry that I have that filter that smooth the expression. So I'm trying to sing, telling you this, and it goes like this. Yeah. So I use my voice with different tones, or I want to experiment a different tone in my voice. This is my singing now.
Go ahead. Let it come.
Yeah, let the sing sings. Let the song sings.
You cannot do this with your head, Alexandra. Let it sing instead of like I was opening the space and I was hooked all the time. And then just go on, like use a bit more, use it and don't think about it. If I'm thinking about it, I'm done. I cannot do it when I'm thinking.
Yeah. Okay. I want to tell you something. I want to spread my news. I want to use my voice to bring evolution to the world. I'm pretty scary now that I'm here in my space and I'm using my voice in a different way. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for your proposal. I'm freaking out and I'm very happy.
It worked. It worked. Cool. Anything else you want to sing for us, Alexandra, or is it wrapped up?
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other legends of this week?
I have a legend from last week. And it starts inside the legend of Eva. So Eva created workshop. It was massage workshop, and she invited about 12 people to our house, and they've been here about 3 days. And during it, like Eva set a context of massage, of course, and at the same time about things that she's doing. And after the massage or in the breaks, I was holding space for participants, and it was like coaching sessions, it was EHP session, it was also standing rage session. Yeah, so I had a lot of possibilities to really work with people, and the space here in our house was also cooking together. It was also presenting meals, so it was kind of laboratory space. Yeah.
And no, including a legend is not only telling what happened, but I don't know about, there was this guy and he was taking his balls back from mom. I don't know, like, do you have anything? What happened? Like, what happened in the sessions?
Yeah.
What did you discover? What legends were spreading?
Yeah, so there was a mother and daughter, and daughter she was doing standing rage for her mother. And I don't know how to say it, like she was bringing her balls. I don't know how is it with a woman, but exactly she was doing this, like she was expressing her rage to her about whatever. And it was really like, it was really scary for me because I was holding space at the same time for her, for the daughter, and for the woman, because the woman wanted to understand or wanted to, yeah. So it was like a very, very new space for me. Like I was just following what's needed for now. And during this, yeah, and I want to share also that during this space, it was in a forest, and there the man came, and he was like a, you can't do it like this here so loud. And I was very in a rage, and at the same time with connection with the man, and I said 3 times like it's okay, it's like we are working here, and then he decided just to go out. So the interruption of the man was very little.
Okay, so I heard that you as a space holder, you were centered, clear, and had your connection, like your heart and your sword out as there was an interruption. And so like only also for the next time when you're sharing your legend, it is also important to see, okay, to whom I want to address the legend. For example, what I hear is that you learn so much also while holding space with the daughter and the mother, that you needed to set context, or you need to talk to the mother differently than to the daughter. And all these learnings are really gold for us as space holders. What did you find out, and how did you do this? What worked? What did not work? And this is exactly the gold I want us to share as space holders in general, but also as coaches or space holders for transformative spaces. And it seems to me that this might be even an article worth. You're flying UFO, 12 participants in the house, shifting from massage to a transformative space. And you both were doing like a bridge house for 3 days or something. So I want to hear more about it. I heard from Eva, also in another space, already some gold. So that's why I got another perspective already. Would you do that, Wojciech? Would you write an article about that? It's a yes or no question.
Yes,
okay.
I think about it, and I will share my experience on the group.
Super.
Yeah.
I feel glad about that.
About the standing rage.
Yes. Cool. Nice. Super.
I have a legend. I was last week at a ETB to hold space for the food and the logistic in Bruinsdorf. And I shared a long time ago a process with Lisa where with a Nacktschnecke, naked snail, is that the right word for that?
I think even in English they call it Nacktschnecke.
Great, easy. And Lisa had a spreadshirt shop where you can buy shirts and pullover with some image there. And one participant was sitting on the table, and we have a food together, and he said he was on the spreadshirt shirt from Lisa, and he bought one shirt where wrote "Necked snails are amazing." And the spoon was like, and that was my sentence, my process, which I shared with Lisa. And she asked me if she can use that sentence. And I said, yeah, of course. So, and I had a story of that. So that what I bring in the world or what I'm creating or my experience are nobody like to hear it because that's not important. And now I hear the other one buy a shirt because necked snails are amazing, and he was in resonance with that. And then I asked him, okay, what was the reason, or why you buy it? And then he explained that. And then I shifted, stop, that's a bullshit story what I have. Of course I have something to tell the world and to bring it in the world. And maybe that's a creative art to make t-shirts or something like that. And it's not important the stuff to bring it. That's the energetic topic to bring it on the point. Maybe on the shirt, maybe on a cup. And since that, I'm totally creative and so, wow, what I can do, and yeah, to deliver value.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I guess you have a lot more to deliver as a sentence on the cup. It's a nice giveaway, so to speak. It's like this dessert, but you are the main dish, Mariola. You are the main dish.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I allow myself to make baby steps. That's step by step and to integrate. And I realized in the coaching here that there is to take my time for that all and to integrate it, and then to do tiny steps and to go, yeah, to go and to fall, feeling forward. And failing, I had a story that failing it's hard. So when I failed there, I fail hard. No, I will fail soft.
Mariola, the story maker.
Seems like another legend sentence, like failing soft, like
Failing.
on a t-shirt or something like that.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah. I'm thinking about this song, Killing Me Softly. It's like, okay, really? And it's almost like, yeah, falling soft and falling. What did you say? Gentle? No. Yes.
Failure softly.
Softly. Yeah. Failing softly.
Failing softly.
Great. Super. Thank you. One more legend and then we're going to continue if there is any. 3, 2, 1.
I don't know if it's a legend.
Go.
I was wondering because some days ago I held space. I wanted to have space for a race club that didn't happen, and I had the similar, how to say, the similar, the taste of the failure in my body, like feeling like, oh, this is like, yeah, feeling sad or deceived or whatever. And then I realized, no, that's exactly the seed for giving birth to another one. And it is exactly the point where I am, where failure is needed to crack my old cloth of being a space holder. And I could really see like the old patterns like falling apart, like
Which one?
To be strong,
Okay.
having to be successful, or all these patterns. So yeah, so it's like an inner legend, I would say. It's more like now I feel like a little rebirth from that process.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. And I invite us all to be generous with these findings. What I really like in the EHP Dojo collaboration, there's this section, I think, sharing your legends, sharing your gold, right? There's even an extra section. And it's so valuable, of course, for people even get to know what is it, what does they mean when they speak about gold? Like, why? If I'm diving into my underworld, and why it is gold and sexy, and why is it so attractive? And at the same time, there's so much learning in it. And before, it's like there are these legends about being in life in general, and it is so important. What is holding you back for becoming a coach? Right? These are a bit different patterns which are attracted to come to the surface, because as soon as you decide to focus on something what you want to become, the universe, or like your system, and I call it also the universe, will pull the parts up to the surface, which needs to be integrated, which needs to be kind of sorted out, so that you are naturally becoming what you wanted to become. But you called it forth. And at the beginning of the journey, mainly it's about, I want to have a better life, or I don't want to suffer so much. But you are on a different level of path. Like your path is a different one than starting. You I don't know, you turned right at a specific, or left at a specific point and said, I want to become a possibility coach. So there are different goals to share, and do this also within this group. What I notice is that there is not so much sharing about what you gain from the EHPs, but also from your thoughts. And it might be just one sentence or two sentences. So be generous with your findings. Yeah, thank you. And that was also, I was sad and also a bit angry about that not so many of you were sharing the confirmation letter. And I also realized I was not as clear. I did not mention it. Please post it. But somehow it's like, okay, why are you not generous? Why are you not naturally saying, yeah, I found this out and I give it to my team? Because this is the foundation of collaboration. And this might be also an invitation to check your inner structure. What is holding you back of being generous? And I want, before we go into this territory of this research, I want to open the space for the confirmation letter in itself. What did you find? What were your learnings while you were doing it? And yeah, or even also why you were not doing it. And it's not about reason, but what do you find out? What is blocking you for doing this? And probably ask for an EHP. Yeah. So how is it going in the confirmation letter writing?
What I discovered when I was writing the confirmation letter, that for me it's important to point there that the clients take the responsibility for the process. And I wrote the sentence that please bring your necessity, because I have this experience with sometimes that the clients, they show up in the session and they don't know what they want to do, or they are not clear what topic they want to cover, because there are so many topics. So for me, it's important that they take this responsibility for the topic. It's not that we are looking for that, but at least that he feels, what is the starting point? Why is he in this space? So this was my discovery in this. I put that in the confirmation letter, as well as this that I wrote in the group, that because I have this get to know call with one guy that was really, I didn't know him completely. And I felt this fear that if he doesn't want to feel, because I felt like my sensor was that he really wants to solve everything on the mind level, then that it will not work. So I also want to point it out in this confirmation letter that this is the space to feel, and that you will feel something. And this is how it goes in possibility coaching. Thank you.
Thank you. And I think it is somehow a process you were moving through while you were writing. Do you want to speak a bit about that?
I was going through the process actually of my experiences as the coach already. So I was in the process of checking like what was working, what wasn't working, and also I felt angry on this. I was coming back to the anger that I felt that the space wasn't the way I wanted to be, because I was lacking the clarity. So this information came out from my anger that, yeah, I want it to have this context. I don't want to have this as a different or like traditional coaching session. So in this process of writing, I was referring to my experiences from the past.
Thank you. What I also hear is that what happened to me when I was writing the confirmation letter, that before I was like, okay, what do they want? I was so much with them, and I had my center at the clients, and I was this is also what I got. I got clients who were playing victim and who did not know what they want, and I would need to provide them. But I was so much with them, so I did not had any power at the beginning, and because my center was out there. And while I was writing the confirmation letter, and it was after I actually started with having practice sessions many years ago, there was not such a thing like possibility coaching, but I invented my own training for a year. And I realized while I was writing is that I got my center back. Also what you said, you were angry enough about what did not work. But you took ownership that you did not make it happen before. So how can you take care that it happens? And it's almost from setting a boundary to becoming a boundary. It's the same mechanism for me energetically. You are the space in which the client is coming. You become the space. So as soon as you're opening the door, and the door is not only the physical door, but the door for the session, as soon as the person has booked, he's in your space or she's in your space. That means from that moment, the clarity is already there because you are the clarity. Thank you. That's really cool.
Thank you.
And I really recommend that you do this because no one can take your center back. It's just there's no one can take the balls back from your mom when you're a man. No one can take the dignity back from your father when you're a woman. So these are the processes. No one can do it for you. When you read the confirmation letter, okay, you copied pasted. You allowed your gremlin to make a little bypass of having the experience and becoming the boundary, becoming the space in which your client can unfold. And what I also learned is that, you're attracting then the clients, you are in resonance. And it's not bad or good, it's a natural consequence. If you want to work with people who exactly want this transformational space, be the transformation, be clarity. Cool. Anything else?
Yeah, I realized that for me, it's not the sharp point in my experience having people either in meditation space in the past or now is about chemicals, is about people coming with medicines that lower the capacity to feel. So that's why I'm putting that in my notes, in my I don't know the name.
Confirmation letter?
Confirmation letter. Yeah.
Can you say more about that? I did not get it. So people arriving in your session with medicine, like that they took drugs or
medical treatment that lower their ability to feel. And so that basically the most I didn't have like a lot, but in percentage I had quite some.
Yeah, and I think it's also important to know that, especially in America, I don't want to put a label on it, but in America, it's so common. If you have depression, zack, you just take the medicine, you took the antidepressants, and many people take it for years, like it's for decades, and then it's really how is it called, like a crutch, like when you have a broken leg at the crutch, to slowly reduce the amount, because just to let go of the antidepressant is also not helpful, right? The people would go on Turkey, and then I don't know what would happen, because the system is so adapted. So there I would have a conversation with them, because to say, okay, it's not allowed at all, it's not about that. It's about how you take ownership of taking this, like shifting out from child responsibility into a higher level of responsibility. And that might mean that the person would reduce the dosage, but still is taking the medicine.
Yes, I think what I want to get clear with the client is that there are possible effects that it won't work, that it can feel. So that's more like precising in that way, like, and
Cool. If you have more clarity and with writing, share it also with us. I think you just posted something. Yeah.
I posted 4 minutes ago.
Cool.
Before the call.
Yeah, I want to also read it. Great, thank you.
Yeah, for me it's more I can to share about what hold me back, or it's not like what blocks me, but it's like I'm still at the point 2 weeks ago, as I asked my question about space holding and the difference between coaching and trainers. And yes, I have a yes of myself to be a space holder in general. So, and I'm still with the research of who will I am as a coach. So, and at the moment I don't have clarity about this, who I will be or how to shift into that identity of a coach. So I'm and without this clarity I can read this confirmation letter, and so I'm still at this point to search for how will I be, or who will I be as a coach.
But who are you, Nicole?
I have different identities, so I cannot answer this question in general, who I am.
Who are you when you're holding space? Who are you?
Yeah, then I'm a space holder.
And what is the difference for you to be a coach and a space holder?
Yeah, this is I'm not sure about this. My experience is from the beginning on of this training, I have a kind of block, difficulties to how to say, to bring my experience as space holder from the EHPs to the context of coaching. It's like,
what is the block about? Because as we know, I think it's EHPs are a part of possibility coaching. It's
I know that.
Part.
I know that.
So what is it? And it's not that I need to have a right answer, Nicole.
Yeah.
And somehow you're searching the right answer.
No, I'm not searching for the right answer. I'm still searching inside of me what it is.
Okay.
So, and I noticed one part is this school stuff. So that I know. And what I noticed during my sessions I had is that also a lot of clients came to me. They are mostly in their heads. So, and it was really difficult to bring them down to the feelings. So they have a lot of resentments, and I worked with the resentments, and I worked with the energetic blocks and so on. And yeah, and I'm still searching what is maybe the block inside of me that there could be change something. And at the moment I didn't find it.
That's a perfect bridge, Nicole. This is actually where we're gonna go. And I'm opening the space for Katrin to grab the space and open the space for the next part of the session. And keep your driver question, Nicole. This is where we're gonna go.
Yeah. And I was also touched by what Mariola said. And I see also there the connection to the topic of non-material value. So there is a distinction between material value and non-material value. And as a space holder and possibility coach, you provide a lot of non-material value. And also, as Christine said, you are value. Because what you are delivering is unique. And it is about your being and your space holding. So you create a space where other people make an experience, and this experience is transformative. So actually, how do you give a value to a transformative space? It is not payable. And the non-material value is created on an energetic level. And it is endless. Comparing to the material value, where you can buy something, or you can buy something, you can tauschen,
Exchange.
change, you can destroy something, you can possess it. And this material thing is limited. And in the modern culture, we have money as a currency to give the things a value. And even nature is put into a material value. And money actually is an illusion. So it is only a piece of paper, but what we are doing with it makes it so valuable. And for me, when I'm reflecting about becoming a coach and being a coach, it is about shifting also my point of origin. I'm not delivering an EHP and get money. I'm holding space. I'm creating something unique with my being. And to put the focus on on something else than money as the central value. This is also, or in modern culture, money seems to be one of the most important values. And in archaearchy, the focus gets to this non-material value and this being. Any questions or
Comments?
Ergänzungen?
Yeah, and for me, what I want to add is that where are you in discovering your non-material value? How much clarity you are owning, like how much you're already owning your own material value, non-material value, like how much clarity do you have about that? And that's exactly also what Nicole was asking. Okay, who am I? And it will change. It will transform. It is it's evolution. You are a breathing out of the universe. So the good news is you will never go backwards. Even our mind tries to, but you're becoming every day someone else and something else. And so many people have no idea what they are. And the next session, you have the chance to dive again into this territory. Who am I? What is my non-material value and who am I? And what is holding me back from becoming what I want to become? And it can be very, like where you are on this process is very individual. Nicole's question inside of her is a different one maybe than Eva's or Gabriel's. Because your process is unique. Your unfolding, your breathing out of the universe is unique. But school told us, and also modern society, is that we are conforming, that we are the same. And that's so much, it's bullshit. It's really bullshit. It's so far from reality and from the truth that we are so different. And I think this is the challenge, to find your own uniqueness. Like one of the only cool drivers in modern society are the USPs. I really like this, like unique selling point. And it's not like the selling I would check, like strike out, but the unique points, right? Like we are unique. We are unique. And what is our uniqueness? What is your uniqueness? What is your unique delivering point or something? I don't know. Like maybe there is also not a verb in between.
And what I forgot to mention is that the non-material value has also a lot to do with bright principles, with your archetypal lineage. Yes, with all these difficult to catch.
Yeah, and they're ingredients. I call them ingredients and resources, but your ingredients are unique. So the next space, you're gonna have 30 minutes and you are in triads. Each person has 30 minutes to kind of answer the question and research the question, who you are, or like Katrin, you have the question, right? Would you bring it into the space?
So actually, we had the question, what is holding me back to deliver my non-material value?
Yes, Katrin, this is not what I ask. Okay. Not what we had, so what we have. with all the things what already was said and transformed, what is your uniqueness saying? What is the question now?
I don't get it.
So what is the question? Not that you look on the paper what we had, but
Yeah.
what is it now? And maybe it's the same, but maybe not. So what is the question for the session?
What did you discover so far about your non-material value, and what is your next step?
Okay. So what did you discover so far, and what is your next step? But you know, like when you ask the first part, people are sharing a lot. So then I would consider, like, keep it as a coach, keep it very short. You have 30 minutes, but it's not about 10 minutes using the space for listening. What were the achievements? And maybe this is exactly what you do for 30 minutes, because the person has so a less self-esteem that the achievements, this is the thing what they need to unfold. This person needs to unfold. So you as a coach, you have this driver question, what Katrin just said. You as a coach, you are asking this question. Then you have the client, and then you have a coach. But this third person, when you are the third person, grab a pen and paper. And what you are hunting are the questions. Which questions the coach is using to navigate this space. And if you already realize, there are different kind of questions, like the art, no, not the art, but there are different kinds, like more driver questions or nonlinear questions, or questions who are more going into an EHP. You can already make some sections on your paper. But you are documenting all the questions, and we're going to use them later. And you don't need to pass them on to someone. You will pass it to the whole group later on. Cool. And then after half an hour, you as a coach, you're wrapping up and you're shifting to the next person. Does it make sense? Any questions for that?
Can you post this question on the chat?
Katrin, would you do that?
Yes, and I will do it when you are in the breakout rooms, or no, maybe it's better here in the chat.
So I make you to the co-host. You are, and so then you can also type in like the chat when the breakouts are open.
Yeah, but it will be disappearing.
Yeah, that's good for a start. I think it will unfold anyway.
So now it's a good time that I switch places.
Great. I put you, Alexandra, in the fourth room. I will come to you, hold space for you, and then afterwards you're gonna go in another group.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Okay, see you later.
See you. Great. So you have 90 minutes all together. Have fun. Rooms are open. And I will come after half an hour when I held space for Alexandra. I will jump around.
And can Alexandra come into room 2 afterwards?
Yeah, and then you can jump around.
Yeah.
But this is super. Yeah, great. Let's do that. I think we can just stay here, and then later you go in room 3, and then Katrin will also move around.
Okay.
Cool. Hey. Alexandra, what did you find out about your non-material value, and what is your next step?
Yeah. What I found out, my presence brings a peaceful and calm I want to say in another way. When I use my sadness to have the connection in the place, I sense the other person bring more presence, more awareness.
What do you mean with connection in the place? Would you be more specific?
Yeah, when, for example, if someone are very angry with something and don't know how to start speaking, or in confusion, my presence bring a peaceful environment to then the person breathe and realize how can start the what want to share.
So how do you do that? How do you prepare the space? And it's not the physical space, it's not the chair and the glass of water. How do you prepare the space within yourself for you said it when there is connection, or you said it a bit differently.
Yeah.
But like, how is it? How do you do this? Because exactly this is part of the technology, of your inner technology, to bring value into the space.
I noticed that when I'm in touch with my sadness, I bring that space to connect to the person, and so it brings to the space a more quiet and flow moment, and slowly moment. Yeah, like that. Yes. And then what happens is, in an energetical way, I use my energetical declaration to surround that place and to protect that place. Yeah, so nothing else enter in that place. So now I know it's like a golden cube. I intentionally put a energetical space between me and that person, so they feel safe to be there.
Okay, and what about you as non-material value? How do you unfold then? What else is there besides your sadness, opening the space, making them calm? Which is one thing, but sometimes you want to make them excited, or you want to poke them and even get angry, so that they finally get angry once in their lifetime, to feel something else, to kick their box, to get them liquid. So when I hear you, you become like, there's this sense of, oh yeah, people get calm and peaceful. And like, okay, what else are you bringing besides calm and peaceful?
Oh, no, not all of the time. I bring, for some people, I bring fear. I bring fear about the unknown. They feel fear about, they don't know how to expect my movement. So for some people, I received the feedback that I bring discoveries. So it's a liquid state. What are here. And I noticed too that I have some questions that is out of the range of the conversation, that brings awareness and disconstruct any idea of a structure. Yeah, disconstructs. Yeah. So I bring questions about subject that seems away from that conversation, and is a more open, wide, what is there for being seen.
Do you know your bright principles? You already distilled your bright principles?
Yes.
What are they?
They are presence, simplicity, empowerment, connection.
Okay. It seemed to me that there is something like what you just named, discovery or adventure or something. And yeah, keep on observing, because when you just said them, it has this yes and inside of me. It's like, oh yes, but it's not. It's almost that the bright principles, what I noticed within me for some years is that I started not with a completely different set, but they were, I started with courage, for example. Clarity was always there. I did not have love at the beginning. I could not kind of relate to, okay, me love, no. So it was, I could not even realize as a being what this was, and empowerment was coming later. I had humor, courage, and there was already this empowerment inside, right? Like that people get courage and they say, yes, I am gonna do this, and the fierceness and transformation, change was more like the focus, and connection. And it changed over the time, so it distilled even more. So I have the impression it's a great set to start, and while you are unfolding, the bright principles become more clear, or they might change. Some will fall apart and say, no, actually it's that, right? And somehow there's the aliveness is missing. And do you have all the, because presence is somehow for me so and with whom did you do the distillation, this distillation?
Yeah, Patricia Patz.
Okay. So you have, because you have sword, soul, and heart.
Yes.
What is the sword? There's Not a sword.
The sword is presence.
Okay. It's too, I would say this is the weak point, right? Like it's too less sword. Like clarity is so, there's the sword in action, and presence is more, I would even put it into the soul. But I'm not a lab trainer who was focusing on distilling the bright principles, but somehow presence I would not.
And simplicity is a sword.
Okay. But somehow you're opening other doors, right? Like it's more it's more simplicity in the complexity or something. Yes, then I can take it. But how you the energetic, what you described is opening, yeah, discovery. This is what you named, discovery. So the invitation is observe it and go with them at the moment, but observe what else is there. Also, when you are now using your voice and singing and bringing different flavors, different color into your space holding, yeah, the bright principles can shine differently through you, because you open the channel with a variety, and it's not like, we can only fit there.
Yeah,
frequency, but
I'm feeling quite shy right now. I'm scary in the of failing. Yeah, so I'm feeling quite shy about.
And what is this? That's the perfect next doorway. I want to discover this. We have 11 minutes, so that you tap already into this next door of an EHP. So what is the fear about? Fear of failing.
Yeah, fear of disappointing, fear of doing is recurrent, is coming again and again, that I'm do something that impact the life of others and there is a bad result that I think this is a bad result. And because of that, I let myself put the responsibility only on me, and not putting responsibility on both, and me and in the client or the other person. Yeah.
And how come, like, I want to invite you to close your eyes, and there's this sentence in you, this construct: I do something which impacts others, which has a bad result. Yeah. And from that space, what would happen if you do? What are the next layers?
Yeah,
if this would be 100% true.
Something like someone losing his job, argue with people and cut connections with people, being on the street, living on the street, yeah, and touch the madness and crazy. They put themselves in a way that people calling crazy,
and who would be you then? People, they would argue, they would live on the street, they would be in touch of the madness. And what about you? You caused it. They might lose their job or decide that they change their job.
Yes, and I support that decision in a way. I promote, and and I feel
How do you do that? How,
by putting the questions, by got all the foundations of a safe life, something like that. Yeah.
mm-hmm.
And open the door to feel, and to feel is to feel pain, and to feel freedom. Yeah.
So they would feel the pain and the freedom. And what would that mean to you? If they would feel the pain and the freedom?
Yeah, it's like I want to only to choose the freedom and not the pain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I put a bad thing in a good thing state.
What is pain for you?
It's not being understood.
Mm-hmm. And then?
Yeah, not being understood, not to don't have a clear communication.
Mm-hmm. And then what is then the, because it's almost like pain is not being understood, is, how can I say, it's the entry door into a territory of what pain is for you. What else? When you go further, pain is not being understood. And then, if you would be not understood, what is the real pain about?
It's being alone.
Mm-hmm. And don't make it go away, Alexandra. Let it come up. Being alone. Pain means being alone.
Yeah. Being alone, and in a way that it's not okay to share. And
Not,
in another way is it's not okay to show.
Yeah.
So I need to be alone, not to show the pain. Yeah.
So you need to be alone to not show the pain or cause the pain. What is it? Both, maybe?
Yeah, it's both.
Mm-hmm. So pain for others means being alone. When they feel pain, you will be alone.
Mm-hmm.
But it also means you don't show pain, because then you would also be alone.
Yes.
Why? Why so? Like when you show pain, like I feel angry because what happens then? Or how is it? What story is there? And
Yeah,
what emotion?
that I'm crazy, that I'm out of my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, out of my mind. Yeah, I want to control. Yeah.
Okay. I want to do an experiment with you. Did you ever do a brain surgery?
Yes.
Great. So then we can also move a bit quicker through all the technical stuff. I don't need to explain everything, right? So
Yes.
you can use your clicker and create your surgery space in front of you. And maybe you are already inside, or there's a door and you go in. Where are you, outside or inside?
Inside, I'm sitting in the
Super.
chair.
Great. So then clean your hands on the sink and don't touch anything. Like just water your hands off and take a scalpel and open your head. Yeah, cool. And gently put the lid. The lid. It's not really a lid, but yeah, take the head on the side gently. And then go inside and search for the cable which has the word pain. Yeah. Take your time. We have no rush.
Yeah. It's in white and red letters. Yeah.
Yeah. And so there's white, and the white is the pain, or is the red the pain?
The red.
Okay. What is standing on the white one?
It's love.
Pain is love.
Yeah, love is pain. Yeah.
Love is pain. Yeah. So it starts with love is pain. Okay. So I want you to take the scissor and cut the two threads, the two cables loose. And then put both a bit on the side, and I want you to grab, like, keep the love one in your hand. And then you're gonna search the other white cable, right? You said it's a white cable.
Take off the love.
So you found the other side?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, great. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there must be a loose one, because you never put love to love. So now you have two loose love and love cables, right? Great. So then put them together, and with this, I don't know the English word, but this thing which melts it together, the cable,
Yeah.
and really put it together and make like make the sound.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel scared.
Yeah. That really shifts your perspective of life. Love is love. The possibility that love is pain, you already skipped it. You already said it's done. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great. Super. And then put it gently back into your brain. Yeah. Super. Mm-hmm. And then there's the other part, the pain, the red one. When you're ready, grab the red one and search the loose part of the pain.
Okay.
Great. So you have 2 red ones. Okay.
Yeah.
When you're ready, put them together and the same thing and make like the and glue. It's not glue, but melt them together.
Yes.
Yeah. And while you're doing it, I'm sending an instruction to the group. Doing great. Mm-hmm.
I'm putting inside.
Great. Super. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then you can close your head gently, put your top of the head gently on, and then seal the head. And how you gonna seal the head? There are different ways. How you want to do this? Are you sewing it or
It's like
put
a
it
zipper.
a zipper? Great. So from now on, you install the zipper. So whenever you do another surgery, instead of taking the scalpel, when someone is saying, okay, take the scalpel, you know, okay, I'm opening with a zipper because you know you have a zipper. Cool.
Yes.
Great. And then also for the installation of the zipper, use some healing cream
Yes.
and take it out of your bags of things. Yeah. And be generous. Be really generous, Alexandra. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Is there anything else? Like before you clean your hands and put everything back in your clinic space and then make it small, a baby clinic, and put it back into your things, bag of things. Is there anything else you want to do?
I want to put a pearl.
Okay, great. Yes, go ahead.
I'm cleaning my hands and now I put a pearl.
Super. Yeah, be gentle. Yeah, and let it spread all over your body. And when there is the impulse to take another one, go ahead.
Yeah.
Great. Whenever you are ready, open your eye, like take a deep breath and open your eyes and come back into the space.
Yes.
Alexandra, what is pain?
Yeah. Pain is pain.
And what is love?
Love is love.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Cool. Hey. Are you, do you need some more minutes, or is it okay? Because I want to move you into room 2 so that Katrin can jump around.
Yeah, I just want to have some water and
Mhm.
yes. We can.
Okay. Great.
Yeah.
Maybe you can just be silent, like mute yourself, and then you're the second coach, or maybe you can also write the questions you're catching.
Okay. Okay, I will write it.
Cool. Super. So I move you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I find the same playfulness in my workshops. And there is something about sensing the audience and feeling what they need. So I think when I go non-linear, then I'm more into feeling.
Mm-hmm. When you're non-linear, you're more in feeling, and it could be more dancing, what is, and it's playful, the space for you.
Yeah.
Yes. And what's about teamwork, collaboration? Is there something similar?
I think what's similar is that when I give a workshop, there's a whole group of 10, 15 people. And when I do the teamwork with the client and the coaching, then I feel less alone. Because I don't really like to be in this position of navigating everything. Then I start thinking too much.
Okay. So for you, it's important to be in teamwork and to follow your impulses.
Yeah.
And how does happen transformation for you? How do you do this?
I don't understand. How I help the client to transform?
Did you?
It's a
Does
good
anything
question.
happen? In your last
I
coaching?
think something, yeah, I think something happened when she finally accessed the new map of anger.
And how did you do this? That this could happen?
By finding a new doorway and not going with the 3 minutes of anger where she had resistance to that.
And how was this possible to do, to find the new doorway for you?
By going non-linear.
And how do you do this, your non-linear going?
My intuition.
Your intuition is coming and
And Karin, navigate more in because this is all
yes,
what
it's
she
okay.
knows. This is super. This is already what she knows. Daphne knows exactly what she did, and she knows that, and it's super or it's helpful and supportive to know what spaces she navigated, and you have half time of the 30 minutes. So it's also about pushing her a bit to her edge, right? It's like, what is the next step? This is the question. What is the next step? What she don't know. What is that? And navigate her into this direction. Because then if she's just telling you what she already know, then she's in her comfort zone, and Daphne did a great job and but it's not about comfort here, right? A part, yes, to be aware, and then it's push her a bit.
Okay.
Go.
Daphne, what's your next step now? That what you told, to follow your impulses, to use teamwork, be playful, and make a collaboration with your client, and go non-linear. That's what you have done. And what's the next step for you?
Yeah, it's like I using different qualities in this space to really, this space it can go in this direction of like realizing something or unfolding. Yeah.
So you are like a mirror.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you. I didn't like see myself like this, but it's with this I'm describing is relevant. So yeah, so I'm not, you know, this kind of I'm similar in every session. I'm really adjusting to what's needed, and this is also, you know, my experience, or maybe I also bullshit myself that this is needed, but yeah, this is how I do it, and it works, and this is still I'm looking what works, right? But in these two examples, it's working like this, and it's the space is working.
Great. 13 minutes to shift in the direction. What is the next step? And the next step is not, okay, what I want to gonna do, but what is actually holding Wojciech back to unfold the next step? And Nico asked these questions. Now he discovered, okay, who am I? What am I? And now I used the 12 minutes, 13 minutes, bringing him to his edge.
So yeah.
Yeah, and I have a question.
Yeah.
Like I feel it now, like you, Nicole, like said, I'm a mirror. It's so I don't know what does it mean and how to use it, and this is my edge now. So I just want to share it. Like what I really feel like this is it really seems so relevant. What I like in these strategies, I'm like a chameleon. So I'm adjusting myself to any situation from my box, and at the same time, in the space holding, I'm a mirror. So I'm curious how to be more conscious about it, and I don't know how to explore it.
Yeah. What are your feelings and thoughts and about what is a mirror?
Yeah, the first is like I feel fear that maybe there is something I'm doing something wrong, that I'm adjusting to the client and using different, you know, putting different qualities of myself to different people or situations more, to different topics. Yeah, so I feel this emotion that there could be something wrong. Like I immediately compare it to being adaptive. And at the same time, my experience is that, yeah, it's not about being adaptive. It's really about like this space is alive and about committing to this discovery of the client, of this really see and opening the doors. Like it's like noticing the doors and
Yeah,
proposing
you
to
just,
open this.
yeah, you told me that you are distinguish between feminine and masculine energy and how you pointed out things and how you create presence. And now what is it that what is needed that you go on with that and to create more spaces to do that?
Yeah, the first thing is that is what's most important is that I feel fear. I'm with my fear from the beginning. So it's about having numbness bar low. So this is what I noticed, because then it's just everything is flowing. So my thing is like keeping my numbness bar low, and then I feel, and when I feel, it's working.
So that sounds for me that there are sometimes your numbness bar is not low.
Yes, it's like, and it's sometimes, you know, I'm starting quite stiff, and then I'm relaxing because the client is feeling. So it's about, so I can feel now with the client or something like this. So this is the starting point when I just starting, and I'm more like pretending to be present than I'm present from the very beginning. And basically it's like I'm going liquid state when client is describing what's going on. Like what is the topic of the session? And yeah, so
Nicole, Nicole, there were one or two keys he gave you. One was the stiffness, because like you can go both ways, and you're navigating and like, hey, what is possible? That's awesome. But at the same time, the what is possible is unfolding itself when Wojciech would go into the stiffness, or in the resistance, in the what is the fear about of being adjusting? What if you really would adjust? If you are the mirror, but the kind of the shadow part of the mirror he was mentioning, like,
Yeah.
so turning around and going into the cellar to check what is going on there, because then this being present is unfolding very natural, because he already has enough skill of numbing his or like lowering his numbness bar. He worked with his fear, so he has these tools that he can hold then the space, but he will produce the same space when he still has the emotional fear he was pointing at. Cool. So I would go in this direction, and then to figure out the entrance point or tapping a bit into that, and let's go from there. And I'm jumping further. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
About this material value, to for him to go more into this, and Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Carol. Gabriel, we like to use more humor. What else?
I want to use more colors or metaphors or pictures to paint something, to give space to the territories that I see in my client. So yeah, I want to use more my artistic skills to give space to what is alive in my client. Yeah, and also my nature knowledge, the knowledge that I have about nature in general, meaning the different trees or whatever plants or animals.
Mariola, when you scan Gabriel, when he talks about this, oh, I want to use the nature and the paintings and colors and metaphors, how do you perceive him?
What it means perceive.
Wie nimmst du ihn wahr?
I perceive him. Oh. I perceive him in a kind of feeling and a little bit of not knowing, plus a guideline. I sense a guideline in Gabriel, so that has to be just some voice, a part of me is not trusting them, and
because what is missing?
Yeah,
and it's what is missing? And it's not so super specific in a way, but what is missing?
The juiciness, the oh yes, that's missing. Or no, the aliveness. So Gabriel, it's not alive.
Yes, and that's his next door. It's like why he's not even using this. He has all these amazing tools. It's like, and Gabriel, when you're speaking, you speak like almost like a robot, right? Like it's like, where is your aliveness? So what is holding you back to implement this? This is the research. This is like, what is the fear about? What is the construct? What is, because then it will, you have all these tools already. Why you are not using them? That's the question, right? And not in a mind question. What is in between?
What I got is parent ego state, and too much self observation, and not enough anger to move forward.
Mm-hmm. And parent ego state, I know that you started to use these distinctions, this child ego state, parent ego state. Somehow I have the invitation, just skip it for a while. You know, use, I feel sad, I feel angry, I feel fear. This is an emotion, this is a feeling. Keep it simple. Don't categorize in this is parent ego state, because it's almost, I would say, an escapism to label it and then you have a grip on it. It's about really to get real with yourself, to get your aliveness back, because you are a mage. You're an amazing mage. But somehow behind a veil, I don't know what you put in between you and your aliveness, but it's not there. The skills are already there. They're all already in this head you will put out, but without being alive, nothing will happen.
I sense definitely there is a process with shame and yeah, covering myself with I'm wrong, and this is really blocking me to be what I am. Like as if each time I grasp one bit of it, it flows in another direction or another territories. Like and I'm thinking about doing some clown stuff about that, like really clowning it, because this is where I can use my humor to transform it in another way. I yeah.
Great. I saw you have another 2 minutes, Mariola. Wrap it up. You have 2 minutes altogether, and then shift to the third constellation.
And Gabriel, do you have more ideas for your next step?
Yes, committing to whatever it's not I plan, but more what I love to do, committing to it, even so there are emotions on the way. I realize I'm mostly stopping myself from doing things because I suffer from my commitments right now. So I want to do it anyway, even if I cry or if I'm sad about it. Like I yeah, that's another way of doing it.
So what can you keep it small? What's the next step with them? That's a big topic, what you said right now.
Committing. My next step is committing to what I love to do, meaning writing, making videos. Mainly writing, making videos.
Okay.
That's what I want to do. And my next step is going to a clown training on stage or whatever thing, just to give it a try.
Okay. Do you need something from that space right now, Gabriel?
Yes. Would you be my pirate agreement space, like pirate agreement buddy for a couple of commitments, Mariola?
Yes. Habiga.
Cool.
It's all recorded, Gabriel.
Yes. That's so freaking scary.
Okay, let's shift, please.
Yes. I'm the client.
Yes. So, Gabriel, will you keep? Oh, no need to keep the time. Okay.
I keep the
writing
the questions and then
yes.
I coach. Right. Yeah.
So, Mariola, what is your non-material value? What have you discovered so far?
Carol, I have a proposal. Make a do-over, and for the whole 26.5 minutes, you're not allowed to use the word so.
Okay.
Do you agree?
Yes.
Great. Gabriel, you are his pain in the ass if he does it. Say, Carol, do over. Okay?
I will.
Super.
Hello, Mariola.
Then I start talking with him about this, and yeah, bring distinctions into the space, that this is not the way that it could work, that he will get what he want. So you have to change something, and then I offer some possibilities how he could change, so that he is able to receive or to create what he really want, so that he can learn it or try. Yeah.
And how do you feel about giving the distinctions to the space?
I'm using my anger to do that. I'm with him. I'm just being with what is right now, and I sense where he is, and yeah, I can notice a kind of presence also. It's in a way how I'm standing in that moment, or how I take a stand that for winning is happening. That to create for him what he would create, and also for me, so that we
And I'm curious about your physical body, how, because you are moving now, so it seems like there is a movement, and when you use your anger to stand and to being with, how is your bodies, how is your physical body, how is your other body?
Now my body is moving, because I feel fear about what I will find, or will I find, or something. And if I'm using my anger and my sword of clarity, it's more calm. So I'm straight. I'm just focused on for example, my son, to talk to him. I have eye contact with him. I'm connected with my heart to him. I do not do not connect to what is around of us. I know maybe there is also standing another person or something like this, but it doesn't matter. I'm focused on the person I'm talking to, and connected to them, and to sense, is it landing what I'm talking about?
Okay.
Alexandra, what are you scanning when Nicole is talking about that?
I'm scanning now the energetical body. How can you say that your message landing?
And before, there were kind of two, I would say, two doorways I saw. I mean, many other doorways, I think. You could have gone, but you decided not to go, Alexandra. There was, for example, how do you know, Nicole, how Nicole would know what the other person wants? Like which approach Nicole is having. Like how is she, there is something you can, dive in with her. So when this is exactly also what her driver question was before, like how is it actually from shifting from where she is into a coach, or from where she is into a space holder? What is this? But this would mean she needs to really get where she is, what she's doing.
Yeah.
Because only then she has her X on the map. And this is what you help her to find. It's not so much about what she becomes. At the moment, it's more about where is she?
Happening? What is happening in the
Yes.
moment?
So this is what go there with your questions. Research that Nico gets the perspective, the full picture where she is.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Cool.
So, Nicole, you told us that you received feedback about your sword of clarity that is very sharp, and in that moment, how do you approach to that person so that she felt that you use your sword?
Actually, I did not get what means approach.
To be close, to go further to the other person.
Begegnen somehow, how you approach, like
how you start the connection and development.
When I go to the situation I used as an example, I start with knocking at the door and waiting for yes, come in, please, so that the
felt that it's alive in me right now, and I want to discover that more, and I want to discover that with other people. So that's why I choose that, and I want to follow this to this what is really calling me right now, and not what is like according to the plan, because this what I did so far was in like I would say in the 50% according to the plan of what's the I don't know, the space holder and possibility management do, like a rage work, fear work, and so on. So when you ask me the question, how I can discover this, what I want to do, so the natural question for me is to connect with my feelings, with my fear, and ask what I really want to do next, which is mine, really mine, and not that I grab it from someone or I copy from someone.
Do you want to do it now? Connect with your fear and see what it says about the next step?
Yes, I want to do that. Yeah, and I when I connect to my fear, I have this image of yeah, I can't grab it actually. It's not clear, but there is the image of something which is more collective, which is more about yeah, that is not about the individual cases, but rather the collective cases.
Do you mean work with a group?
No, it's not about that. It's rather about like not working on the individual cases, but working on the case, like global cases or something like that. Like for me, it's about changing the
culture.
Yeah, changing the culture, like speaking boldly about this. Yeah, and exactly, it's this what I was saying before, that like speaking out about this, what I see, and name it what is going on, and building the bridge for this, what other things are possible, how other people can create the culture, and this is something that turns me.
And how will you do that?
Yeah, when first what comes to come to me is to do some work talks and some articles about that, about this, what is, like, to ask these questions, like, why are you actually here? What are you doing here? What is your job here? Are you really your job here? And when I say that, also I feel this, and this anger that that many people, they are not really happy with this, what they are doing, and we need them to be present with exactly this, what they are supposed to do. And this is the thing that I want to evoke and awaken in people. And this is, I feel this is my destiny.
And when you say do work talks and write articles, is this the space you want to create, or is this the preparation for the space?
Yeah, I feel it's a preparation, and I still don't have the clarity of what is the space that I want to create. And I have this this sensation that through this preparation it will get clear for me, so that I will really learn or discover why I want to do that. What is my necessity to talk about that.
So from this first step, it will naturally take you to the next step.
Yeah, it's what I feel. Yeah. Yeah, it's what I feel is the way.
And they're grateful.
And how is this with your quality of being a healer? How do you do this, that there's a healing involved in this?
I don't know. And I sense I don't like the label of healing.
You don't like the label of healing.
And I don't need it.
Okay.
Not may. I don't need it.
I would go into this, Carol. What is it about?
Yeah, but we actually went to this. It was said before, and we went to this now. It's a couple of minutes, and then it's like
Turning around.
Mariola wrapped it up with the same thing. So
okay. So it's already clear.
Yes, I want to ask, what else is your?
Okay, Gabriel, why you're not speaking up?
Yeah,
Speak up.
I want to propose you, Carol, to ask her to do an identity shift into a healer, so that she speaks from the healer, like from a different identity, and speak from that healer, because she said the word unknown. I don't know. I mean, unknown.
Okay, so
yes, go again, shifts. Go.
Yes, Mariola, would you like to go to change your identity for a healer that is inside of you, and to bring these qualities, to show us these qualities?
No.
Okay.
I have the story that position is not free for me.
Could you repeat that?
Yeah. The position of the healer is not free.
Not free?
Yes, because that's the position of my grandmother.
What do you mean that it's not free and that is position of your grandmother?
My proposal, Carol, is not, what do you mean you bring her in the head? And
Yeah,
then
but
she's
I don't
explaining,
understand.
yes, for you as a hint, these questions are bringing her in the head. Another way of saying it, and probably getting similar results for you as a coach, is, would you say more about it? Then you're opening the space, and Mariola can unfold what, and she's not going like necessarily going in her head, but can use her full body experience.
Yes, and I add, use your nonlinearity to ask your next questions. There is a lot of gold into the position of a healer. It's not free. Go.
Okay. I want to shift now. And Mariola, what is your next step about what you said about this touching people, creating connection? About this part of your non-material value that you bring to the table?
The next step is to create our own PM team and to deliver more or frequently rage clubs.
Can you say more about this PM team? What it will be about?
Here in my town, there isn't a team. It's 30 kilometers far away from here. And I feel that I have right now metrics to give that and to give that to another person. And so I like to discover, to be a space holder and to create our own team, and I have the feeling that right now it's the point to shift, not to receive, also to give. And if I'm giving, there's a lot of juiciness inside of discoveries and to see the next steps, and also to get feedback where I am right now and what is solved and what's the next step of healing or transformation. And yeah.
When will you do it?
It's I have two.
Between EHP and coaching, and I didn't get what it is. Because when I'm holding space for an EHP, I'm connected to my resources. I can use it. And when I'm holding space for a coaching session, I sense a lot of blocks inside of myself. And then I'm going more into my head. And in that way, I also, clients came to me. They are also on that point that they each time go again back into their heads. And another doorway I sense is to do more body work.
I want to ask you about the resource that you have and use when you hold space for EHP. What is the resource?
Then the difference for me is a kind of safety, or how to say in English, Gewissheit. I
There's no word in English.
Okay, though it's a kind of I know that I can do that.
Oh, how do
A
you know?
certainty. Mm-hmm.
I
Tell me more.
because of my experience. I have this in each cell. I have an experience of how it goes to hold space for an HP.
And how did you build the experience?
By doing it.
Okay. And how many times you doing the EHP space holding?
Actually, I didn't count it anymore. It's between 60 and 70 times. Maybe also more. I'm not sure.
So this resource, it comes with experience.
Yeah.
Okay. And when you did the first step to do the EHP holding space, what brings you?
The first was I received also many EHPs to create a matrix how it could go. So, and yeah, I'm not sure, maybe about receiving 20 or 30 EHPs, I start to try holding space.
And in that step of trying, tell me about it. Do you remember how it felt in your body, in your bodies?
Yeah, I assume that it is similar to now holding space for a coaching session. That I didn't feel it in that way intensive like now. Now it's more freaking out my box. In the past, as I start holding space for each piece, I sensed also my fear of, oh, what I'm doing here, can I do it? But now it's more, maybe it's more conscious. Maybe this is the difference, that it's now more conscious.
More conscious of what?
What I not know. What I'm actually not know.
And what happened when you don't know?
Yeah, I feel fear.
And what kind of fear is that?
Yeah, actually, in the relating to the coaching sessions, it is about.
Alexandra, stop her. You ask a question and she's going sideways and you allow it to happen. It was this or that answer. Do you see this? Stay with her. And it's like, Nicole, you're not answering my question.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. It's about getting also, you're the magician or the mage with the sadness, you said. Let it unfold also in her. Because somehow, when it would be an ingredient I would put into Nicole, in the soup of Nicole, like to brew something up, I would throw in some sadness.
Okay.
Some compassion somehow.
Yeah.
Right? What is it? It's like, is it an emotion or in fear? It was a very simple question.
Yes.
Go ahead. So you have 1 more minute and then we are wrapping it up.
Yeah, Nicole. So tell us about that fear.
So we were wondering, Kristen, if we are coming back to the main room or we're finishing here.
We are coming back to the main room in 1 minute. It's closing and then 15 seconds. And then I'm closing, and I would like to have a wrap up together. I know it was expanding. Is it okay for you?
Yeah.
Are you in?
I'm in, and my kids will be in soon. So probably I will.
Super. Then we get to know your kids.
Yeah.
Great.
Yes.
Great. So we 60 seconds, but you can also go faster. Push the button and then.
Okay.
You were fast.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Mm.
So I heard you gonna do some work talks and articles about what are you doing here?
Yeah, it's what Daphne evokes in me, and I feel so alive now, and yeah, excited about this clarity that I have, like what I really want to do.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Great. Great. So where are the others? Wow. Yeah, it was really cool. I liked it. Jumping around, seeing everyone unfolding. Hello, unfolder. Hello, all the unfolding beings gathering together. It's 8:31. I need to work on my sharpness.
To step out of this prism.
That's amazing, Nicole. You're stepping out of the prison. Yes, we heard it all, and it's recorded.
No.
Christine, how will you do it?
No, it was just the last question of what is the difference? What I need to do. It's not that I'm doing it. It's what I need to do.
Okay, great. So this is your next step. Get out of the prison. Is it the school prison by chance?
It's maybe related. It's more about stepping out of the prison of an employment, and so.
Great. And as you are a teacher, guess how it is related? Okay, great. No, it's employee. Yes, and it's school. It's so school, Nicole. So cool. There is a lab going on in Poland.
Yeah, I know, but I cannot go there.
Okay. I just wanted to bring it again into the space.
Yeah, I know about this lab.
Super. Thank you, guys.
I want to ask, Kristen, you said that you need to work on your sharpness. How will you do this?
Raise my anger 5% to be in time next time. To end it super sharp at 8:30 on the 19th, probably on the 19th of July. Super.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Enjoy, and I will send something to you in the chat. Cool.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Thank
This
you.
is a live space.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.